Well, I was on my way to do some crochet, and then my cat Nikita decided to stop everything and to just sit on my lap a little bit. So I guess there's no other choice than to, you know, hang out with him and like give him some pets and hope that he will move very soon. Hold on, I am checking the weather. There's a storm outside, you guys, in Chisinau, Moldova. I know there are some places in the on the planet where there is a hurricane right now, so I'm not gonna complain, but there is rain. Let's not say storm. It's a rain outside. So I snuggled with the blanket. By the way, I measured the blanket and it's halfway the bed. So it's from this corner to that corner to halfway, you guys. It's this way. I can't wait. It's been such a long time. So my plan for this evening was, and still is, to do the third and fourth row with yarn, with this off-white yarn. And you guys, it's very close to being finished. This means I'll have another skein to add to the bag for the challenge that I'm filming. How much yarn can I use in a month? Basically, all this talking and all this blah blah to say that I was planning to do some crochet and I was interrupted rudely by my cat Nikita. Hello, Peter. Meow meow. Yeah, now swim away with my wheelchair today. How are you? I'm good. Thank God I finished today. Oh my God. Hold on. I want to make a survey question because one of the participants at the conference asked, do you know about Thanks God is Friday? And I almost cried because I know about this, this phrase. And I was praying all day. Thank God he left. I mean, I love my cat. I really do. But thank God. Okay, let's talk tomorrow. So I was saying, I received a question at the conference. Do you know what TGI Friday means? And I said, yes, and I would love for this day to be gone and for me to just go home and cry. Thanks God is Monday is better. I guess if you have Mondays off, then I guess, or if you love your work so much that you can't wait to go back to work, then I guess thank God is Monday is better. But I was at work, it was okay, but for some reason, midday, for some reason, I'm lying, you guys, I know the reason. I just had like 3 cups of coffee like this big and I started shaking, I started feeling sick, and I started feeling really hot. I couldn't wait for the coffee break or lunch break. And these people didn't even take a coffee break today. They kept working on a legal draft and working. And we had to stay and provide interpretation so that they are able to understand each other, the left part with the right part of the conference. So at some point, I thought I was just gonna pass out. It was hot, there was no air, no AC, no ventilation, and but thank God we went to the coffee break and then we went to lunch. And I went outside and I felt the breeze on my face and everything was right in the world again. If you know what I mean. Everything was finally in its place. And then I had some lunch. As lunch, I had some pies that my mom baked for me, and she is a professional cook, so the pies were absolutely incredible. And then I had some yogurt, and oh my goodness, my sickness went away and life was in harmony. I got delayed a little bit at work. I didn't finish at the expected time, but okay. So finally, I was intending to walk home, but this guy who is now asleep, hold on. Wait, I don't want to bother him. My sweet dog, that's who I'm trying to show you. My sweet dog, oh, he had another fit. When I leave him alone, because I have to leave him alone, I went to work, and he was left with some of my siblings in the apartment. He was anxious and he started biting his tail and his paws. So when I came home, he was like having a crisis. So I had to carry him outside in my arms and give him some time to calm down and carry him back. So because of all of this, I didn't go for a longer walk. So basically what I'm trying to say, I've been lazy and I have been crocheting. But let me show you what I finished at work. So because this conference started on Monday, I decided to knit something small and portable. So I took this very bright orange yarn and I learned how to do the honeycomb brioche. Oh, Sol, Mili, FPS, was spielst du? Oh, I don't know German, sorry. Maybe this is German or Dutch. I don't know. Wait, how do you say? Ingdilian schon? And he said, wie geht's es dir? Mir geht's es gut. I don't know. Alles gut in Moldavie. Alles gut. That's all I know. Oh, no. I'm lying. I also know, ich bin eine glückliche Frau. So on Monday, I decided to take this bright orange yarn to learn a new stitch, and I did. I did the honeycomb brioche, and I left it in the interpretation booth for all of these days, and I did some work in the downtime and in the lunch break. So I finished the skein. That was my point, but I didn't have enough to do the connection, so I connected these two with another yarn, which is not that good, but okay. I'll put that connection behind my neck, and this beautiful honeycomb will be in front of my neck, so under my chin. Okay, so I was doing that, and then I went back to the blanket because it's becoming bigger, and I think I can finish this white yarn very soon. What else I wanted to show you? I think this is all. And I have the sweater over there, but I'm too lazy to work on the sweater. Peter says, yes, it's German. Yes. Was spielst du? Probably, what are you crocheting? Because du is you. What crochet you? I guess. So, guys, let's gonna do some crochet, as my good friend Anna from Spain is saying. This is how she speaks, and I love her and I imitate her all the time. And at the same time, I would really love to watch the vlog of a good YouTuber that I follow for a while, Retro Claude. There she is. Look at her dog. Let's listen. Oh my god, the commercials, it's incredible. My favorite thing is that Retro Claude makes these wonderful videos about her experience with limited abilities and as a fiber artist. So let's gonna watch, let's gonna comment. There she is. She's wonderful. If you have a chance, go and subscribe to her channel. And by the way, alright, I'm already interrupting the video, but that's okay. I'm only gonna be here for a few minutes, so that's okay. So Retro Claude, let me give you a few details about her. Retro Claude was buying yarn, you know, much like me. I'm also buying yarn and receiving it as a guest. Hold on. Кот Базилио. Здравствуйте! Здравствуйте! Hello. Это где? Hello. Dear. Hello. Это в Кишиневе, в Молдавии. И это моя... Oh gosh. Я знаю несколько слов, но не помню, как это называется. Пряжа, да? Это моя пряжа. Пряж-коллекция. В Кишиневе, Молдавия. Прекрасный русский акцент. Спасибо. Я только несколько слов знаю. How are you? Very good. Wait. Я знаю один ролик из Ералаш. Это как шутка. Yes, I do, my dear teacher. I speak English very well. Я этого знаю. Прикольно, молодец, очень хорошо говорит. Спасибо. Я знаю русский так себе, просто не вспоминаю быстро слова. Я знаю, но не вспоминаю так уж быстро. И я думаю на другом языке, и поэтому иногда звучу странно. Okay, my dear teacher, I speak English very well. So guys, this was a joke for my Russian speaking audience, that there was a TV channel, and they were showing some funny skits, and one of the funny skits included an English teacher. So that was a funny moment we shared. But anyways, the Retro Claude, this girl from the UK, was buying yarn just like me, as I was saying. Just like me, she was buying too much yarn. And one day, she discovered a insect in the yarn, and the insect was eating the wool. So basically, like a moth. And then she understood that she needs to clear all the yarn and boil it or freeze it or something to make sure that all the precious wool that she keeps buying from all of these festivals is not destroyed. So she started to do that, to process the wool, and also she decided to do a challenge which is called a stash buster, which means you're only working with the yarn that you have, the beautiful yarn that you have in your yarn collection. And this challenge is called Stash Buster. So this episode that she posted is one of those episodes. And as you can imagine, this is a lot of yarn, and it takes years to use it all. And she had like a whole closet. So I think this is her third year to try and use up all the yarn that she has. So let's watch it. Hello, Angel Sharma. So I forgot to tell you that I completed my syllabus of chemistry and physics up to 10th of October. That is incredible. So now if I ask you what is the glycerin formula, or how's it called? The glycerin, not sign, not formula. What was it? The scribbly zero thingy, you will know it, right, for the glycerin. But congratulations, I mean, it's not easy. You are amazing. Now it's time for the real danger of physics, and yes, it is supposed to somehow come in a competitive exam for medicine. I mean, yes. But listen, Angel, if you manage to complete the chemistry, you will do it with the physics as well. No worries. Trihydroxypropane. Hold on, I already forgot since the last time. Trihydroxypropane. You see, I have that dyspraxia, which means I have difficulties pronouncing long words, so I have to sing it. Wait, is it tri or tri? Yeah, it's tri. Trihydroxypropane. 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 No problem, Angel Sharma. Trihydroxypropane, it's easy. So this is my solution. For example, I was translating this entire week a conference or workshop on statistical data on criminality and justice. So a lot of the titles of different crimes, how they are criminalized in different criminal codes, are very, very long. So as a preparation, I would read it and I would make it as a song, like homicide by negligence, homicide by, what was it? Involuntary manslaughter, involuntary manslaughter. So, trihydroxypropane, trihydroxypropane. Say, that's my strategy. Oh my God, my cat is gonna destroy my my bed. Nikita. You can see there are toys and the cat toys, but he is going to mess some things up. But Angel, I wish you, I keep my fingers crossed for you so that you can complete physics until the 20th of October. So you have time. Don't worry, schedule some study sessions, take long breaks, relax. We say in Moldova that pauzele lungi dese cheia marilor succese. Like long breaks are the keys to success. You don't need to force yourself because you will get very tired. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So today, guys, as I said, I got a little bit sick because I had way too much coffee. So I think I might try to do a few days caffeine free, but even saying that makes me very angry and makes me very anxious because I like coffee. I love caffeine effect on me, and I'm already very pretty pissed off. Like I am angry at a lot of things, and I feel like removing coffee from my daily routine is gonna make me even more angrier. So I don't know, kind of reluctant. And somebody at work told me that I can easily replace coffee with black tea because it also has caffeine. So I'm thinking maybe I should do that. Maybe it's just like a placebo effect for me. Hold on, you guys. I have knots as per usual. As per usual, I have twisted yarn and spaghetti barf and everything wrong with the yarn because this was a project which my mom started and then she changed her mind, and after that she unraveled, and when she pulled it all together she made knots. But we're gonna make it work. I love using all the scraps into my projects. I don't like throwing anything away. I can't donate because who is going to want such level of scrappity scraps. So that's my solutions. Taking all the scraps from my mom, from other people, from the thrift store, from my own collection, and making blankets. So this is what I have thus far, you guys. This is it. Hold on. I started with gray. Hold on. I started with darker gray, light gray, blue, lighter blue, darker blue, white or off-white, green, beige, charcoal, this mauve, this wild color combination, another gray, this lavender, which I finished already, I don't have it, and I started all over again with the light gray, dark gray, and light blue, navy blue, and now I am at the white. But I think that here between white and darker green, I might combine these two, and I might make it as a transitional color, and then I'll make the green. So we'll see, because I'm not there yet. I still need to finish this row. 1, 2, 3. I'm on the third row, and it takes me about an hour an hour. Hold on. Trihydroxypropane. Trihydroxypropane. Okay, now it's gonna be in my mind. It's going to be in my mind tonight. Just like that song from the commercial. Ooh, ooh, Temu. Ooh, ooh. It's been on my mind all day. It's like everything I want to watch, I have to watch first that song. It's impossible with these people. What is it with them? Okay, let's not get too angry. As I said, I'm already angry at everything. So let's watch Retro Claude with her stash busting third year, you guys.
I would normally attempt to at least hide it, if not tidy it up, but it's not been a good week, unfortunately. It's
Hold
almost
on.
like
You don't see
the weather
her.
really changed from August into September, and it's almost like my body smelt that winter was coming and made me crash.
Oh, I'm so
Result,
sorry.
nope. So I've been struggling.
I'm so
And that also
sorry.
means
It
that
sucks.
I haven't been able to complete my previous installment of stash busting. I'm not naming them by month anymore because this happens. It's
Oh,
just
I'm so
frustrating
sorry.
because I finished
That
mine.
sucks.
I'm just waiting on buttons. It was really difficult to find grey buttons.
Is it though?
And
Just take it
I
from
need
an
to do the weigh
older
up and all of that
vest.
and the final stash busting totals. But if I were to attempt to...
Can I comment? I've noticed that people have a thing with buying buttons. I am from Chisinau, Moldova. I have never, in my 37 years of life on this planet, ever bought buttons. Like, I would just pick up an older clothing, cut the buttons before throwing it into the wash or like wiping the floors with it, and reuse those buttons. Or I would go to my grandma's house and do that, or I would go to my neighbor's and cut some buttons from her stash of, I don't know, rags. But I see so many YouTubers, they're like, oh, I picked up some buttons. And in my mind, I was like, do people buy buttons? So, another cultural difference, I guess, between Eastern Europe and the UK. And again, with the commercials, Jesus. Another question, maybe it's a cultural difference. Why is this Beetlejuice character green? If it's Beetlejuice, it should be red, because beetle, beets, beetle. Oh, hold on. Maybe it's beetle from not the red beets, but from another thing. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm all over the place. What is a beetle juice? I thought that it was this. Red beets. Beet. I thought that this is beetle juice coming from the beet root. Okay. Let's see. What is beetle? Wait. Hold on. What in the world is beetle juice? What is this about? I know it's a movie, but what is it about? What is Beetlejuice supposed to be? So it's a winged demon who takes the form of a short Middle Eastern man? What? Is also intent on killing the Dietzer rather than scaring them and wanted sex from Lydia instead of marriage. Okay, what the actual craziness. So it's a dark comedy, dark fantasy comedy horror film. But I thought Beetlejuice is juice from the Beatles, from the beads. What is Beatles? Okay. It's an insect? So the character is based on this insect, right? Beetles are everywhere. I'm sorry, I've never seen this craziness. I've seen this craziness. I've not seen this craziness. I've seen this one. Okay, I know this one. Okay, okay. This is the beetle. Okay. Good to know. Okay, sorry. Sorry. Unknowing person right here. Not informed, not cultured about the insects and such.
But if I were to attempt to do it, it just wouldn't be a standard
Okay.
of
So she wasn't
performance,
feeling good.
if you
Okay.
like. It just wouldn't be of a quality that I'd be happy to put out because I would literally just be standing there
She's a
like, yeah,
perfectionist, you
I've used
guys.
3 balls of wool. See you next time.
She's a perfectionist, not
Which is
like
not a
me.
great
I'm
note to
dropping my
end a
phone.
video on. So
Look at her. Look at the level of light. She's not like me. Like I am barely not using any light and I drop my phone all the time. So I should learn from her, you know. But I'm not a perfectionist. I'm a completionist. And my goal for this week was to stream every day for half an hour while I crochet. So I'm going to do it.
pausing on that one for now, which is frustrating, but I know I am blessed with an audience who understands that. So thank you.
We understand, girl. Don't be a perfectionist.
In a bit of a, I can't think of the word. I don't really mean lurch, but like when you're sort of suspended precariously between two things. Because do I cast on a new project? Do I try and finish one of my many works in progress now?
Finish, obviously.
Which is going fine. I've just gotten a little bit bored of it. It's quite repetitive. It's quite mindless sort of knitting, which has been good this week.
Finish
but
it.
I've not done much else apart from knit in bed, so I'm just a little bit done with it. I've also, which is quite common for me when I flare.
Oh my god, look at this yarn. I've just hate it.
Like eczema or dermatitis or whatever on my
hands and fingers. Girl,
yarn is
wear gloves.
kind of toothy and scratchy, that blue yarn. And so it's just irritating a lot, particularly on this finger because I tension my yarn on that finger. So that's not been great. I could work on the daisy boughs, of course. And actually, I'm really frustrated because I really wanted September to be, after I finished Moan, like me bashing out some long-term whips. So sort of like a finish it February.
Do it.
So I really wanted to get on with the daisy boughs. I really wanted to
so let's do it. Retro Claude, let's gonna do it.
That are hanging around and sort of either make a decision or put them to bed or whatever, or like the things I decided
you can do it.
Finish it February, actually frog them and things like that. But I don't have the concentration for the daisy boughs.
By the way, and I don't know if this is just me, but when I hear British people speaking with their accent, even though they're saying, oh, I couldn't do this, I couldn't do that, to me it sounds like they're telling me the secrets of the universe, you guys. She's saying, oh, I wasn't able to do this, I wasn't able to do that, and I'm like, oh my god, she sounds like an angel. Or like she has the keys of the universe. Sorry guys, I woke up my dog. I scared him.
The fine needles. Again,
sorry.
These are 2 millimeters when
sorry.
I'm really tired. I just can't do it. Or I have to take so many breaks that it's just more frustrating. You know, there's currently like 60 stitches here and I can only do 60 stitches at a time. So I'm having to knit around and rest and knit around and rest. So I have got some other knitting projects on the go, which I'm knitting for a show, actually. One of them is currently blocking, and it's been 2 days, it's been 3 days, and it's still not dry, Britain. And the other one is this crochet granny square.
I'm sorry, but how can she be laying in bed and being so polished? If I lay in bed and then I don't know, pull my torso, like my head is as we say it in Moldova, a stork nest. Like my hair is just a mess. Look at her. Look at this girl.
It's much more teal than that in real life. It's more like this colour. How bizarre. Alexa, bedside lamp off. That is so strange. I've had this before with teals though in this camera. Anyway, it's more teal in real life, and so this is just going to
I don't know what teal is, but okay, let's move on.
A Victorian travelling shawl. And I did a little bit of research to see if I wanted to try and use a Victorian pattern, and I didn't. But yeah, granny square triangular shawl thing in stripes. Perfectly historically accurate, according to my research. I suppose it's more Edwardian, this piece. But anyway, I could work on that because that's in acrylic, because stage, it gets sweaty, it'll get dusty, it needs to be able to be washed by somebody who doesn't know what they're doing. So it's in acrylic. I actually think it's one of these is real wool. I think the black is real wool. That could be interesting. Anyway, that yarn hasn't come from my stash. It's come from my mum's stash. She has an extensive stash too. So I raided her.
You guys, my dog woke up.
DK weight, and I don't have a lot of DK weight. So I've been working on that, as you can see. I still don't like granny squares. I still don't really like doing them, but it's serving a purpose now. But because it's not from my stash, it's not stash busting. I don't know what else I have to say about all of that. And as always, when I feel like this and I don't want to do anything, or I'm not able to do something, or I'm not able to do much, I'm just so frustrated.
Oh, I can understand.
That even if I am only doing one row at a time on a hexie puff, they are getting there slowly. Even if I am crocheting this.
By the way, a hexie puff, it's like a small round piece made with crochet or knitting, and it's very small, and then you fill it with some soft filling that you use for pillows or plushy toys, and then you create sort of a blanket which you put on a couch. So this is what she means when she says a hexie puff.
And if I am having to use acrylic to crochet this shawl, which hasn't come from my stash in this moment, it's fine, you know? But I don't know where I'm going with my own personal sort of wardrobe projects. Hello. I've just seen hanging on the end of my bed, I've got yarn that I bought just there for those, Fable knitwear. That's what it's called, those Fable knitwear patterns I've bought. So possibly I can swatch for those. It's just whether I can get the needles out. I'll need to check what size they are.
Go for it, you girl. Do it.
The antiquity blouse and the folklore ruffle top.
I have no idea about these patterns.
Over there in bed are
another knot
needles, and I know I have kicking around here somewhere some 4mm needles.
By the way, I also have random needles under my bed, under my pillow, under the yarn, under the cat bed, under that thing, there, like random places. So, oh, Peter says, a mosquito stoned on medication is funny to watch. It's your fault if you bite someone who takes cannabis or opium. What? A mosquito stoned on medication is funny to watch. Okay. It's your own fault if you bite someone who takes cannabis and opium. Okay. So why is the mosquito funny to watch? If it's his fault.
That should mean I don't have to try and get the box out from under my bed, which is really heavy. So I think I'm going to make some swatches. I'm going to make some swatches. Some swatches. But the yarn I have for the antiquity blouse.
So she's making a blouse. Come on, girl, you can do it.
I want to wind it by hand? No, of course I don't. Who am I kidding? Definitely not well enough to do that though, so I might just have to.
Let's do it.
Ruffle top. I could
again this yarn. My God, she's so annoying. This yarn.
I do have some things on my list that I want to find. Like I want to find some patterns to use up my leftover yarn from Moan because I've got quite a lot of it after my.
Oh my God, the commercials are just too much for me. Can you please stop and go away? Oh my God, stop.
Leftover yarn from Moan, because I've got quite a lot of it after my... I realised what happened. So...
What happened, Claude?
If you've seen that video, you'll know I did the tuck stitches wrong. And I made the gauge doing the tuck script. I made the gauge swatch doing the tuck stitches wrong.
I have no idea what she's talking about.
Yarn calculations and sizing and tension measuring off that gauge swatch where I'd done it wrong. So, of course, I wasn't getting the right gauge because I wasn't actually scrunching the fabric up in any way. So I wasn't getting any of the 3D texture. So I was, God knows what I was doing. But as a result, you haven't seen it yet. Well, maybe you have. I haven't filmed it yet, but you might have seen it. The resulting cardigan fits with plenty of room, and I probably could have made the original size I was expecting and not have had to buy any extra yarn.
So I don't know what she's talking about.
Frustrating, because now I have all this yarn I have to figure out what to do with. But
That's
yeah,
okay.
I want to find a pattern for that.
You
I
can
thought
give it to
that could
me.
be quite a fun
I'll take
thing
it.
to make something as a Ko-fi members giveaway to say thank you for my members for supporting me. Because
So apparently she has a coffee account, and the things that she makes and don't fit her, she just donates to the people that donate to her. So it's like a win-win
it's weeks
situation.
like this when I'm able to do so little, and I sit here and I get those emails from Ko-fi about such a body supported you on Ko-fi, such a body bought something from your shop. That I'm just so grateful for this job and for you all supporting me. I can't tell you, it's yeah.
Oh, we
Let's not
love
get too
you.
philosophical, because the mood I'm in, I will just cry.
Don't
So,
cry.
go
Or
to
I mean
find these
cry
4mm needles and
if you need to
start
cry.
swatching.
But also,
Actually,
let's gonna
they
work
weren't
on
where I thought they
something.
were, but I was able to find my interchangeables, including the ones that I haven't put back yet from Moan. So, killing two birds with one stone here, tidying up after myself, and
I know what you
I'll show
mean.
you. Although one of my, I don't know if you can see that, one of the cables came out of one of my interchangeable cable sets, and it didn't even like snap, it just completely came out. I was so frustrated, and my partner fixed it for me with some special glue, which is like industrial strength or something. Anyway, oh yeah, I should add,
That's
so
really
it's always
useful.
weird launching a relationship on social media. Not that I've ever done it before, but when I've seen other people do it, I've gone, that's weird. But I wanted to make sure that my partner was comfortable with it. You know, I didn't want to force him into doing anything he didn't want to do. And I gave him the option. I was like, oh, do you want to be, you know, do you want me to not mention it at all? Do you want to be in it? Do you want me to blur your face? Do you want your voice to be in it? And so he was like, no, I don't want to be in it. If I am in it, you can blur my face. That's fine.
Oh my god, that to
And I
me
said
is
to him,
so
do you want me to use your real
strange.
name? And at first he was like, yeah, I don't care, that's fine. And then he changed his mind. He was like, oh, actually, no, please don't use my real name. And so I offered him the choice of his own pseudonym, and he
That is
chose
so
Woody.
strange.
So now I have to tell everybody, this is my partner.
That is so strange. I don't know. Probably there's another cultural difference right here, and probably I'm insecure, but that is very strange. So yes, I have a prescription for this medicine, and mosquito bite me and fly like a drunken one. Oh, now I get it. Just like kill the mosquito. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that if there are any insect supporters over here, I'm brutal like that.
Woody, yeehaw. So yes, Woody fixed it for me, which was very nice.
That is so strange.
Got me 4mm needles.
To keep his identity hidden.
Anyway, or to at least have gotten it out. Or
That is so strange.
If I finish,
like my insecure mind would immediately think that he's ashamed of me, and that's why he wants to be referred to as Woody and not his real name. But obviously that is just my own projection. They seem fine, she seems fine with it, Woody is fine, so no complaints there. But probably it's a Eastern European thing, or maybe it's a personal thing that I project on her. So let's move on. Come on, Retro Claw, just show me what you made during this episode.
Oh no. So scrap all of that, because that's not going to happen, is it? But anyway, this yarn.
What color is it?
Kid silk. Unicolor. 75% mohair, 25% silk. And it says soft, luxurious in super kid mohair and silk. I will say this one was cheap, relatively. I bought more expensive.
It's almost white.
The other one, and it's a lot nicer quality than this. So I don't think this is going to itch me or irritate my dermatitis. You can see skin splitting. That's how bad it is. Oh, this is going to shed everywhere. Okay, here goes. So if I need 20 stitches to 10 centimeters. Is that a lot? It's 5. I think I'm going to need a bigger needle than that. I doubt I'm going to get...
Yeah, I also have these problems when I try to cast on. Oh my god, can you hear the wind?
Oh, I'd forgotten.
The rain became a windy mess,
really
basically.
makes me realise that whatever that yarn was that I used for... Oh, it's out of shot, but it's hanging on the wardrobe. I got Ghost Whisperer. I was going to say the pattern was called Park Williams, but that's the designer. Ghost Whisperer by Park Williams. It's definitely not real mohair. It's definitely synthetic. This project is knit in the round, so I should really swatch in the round. Oh, I am not sure about this already.
Is she gonna use only mohair?
They look so pretty.
I didn't even pay attention when she was talking.
I tell you, she's on one at the minute. She's not listening to me, and then she's listening to me when she's not supposed to be. So if you've never... Oh, God. You've never done like a swatch in the round?
No, I have never done a swatching around. I'm lazy.
I learned this from Roxanne Richardson. Like, I learn everything about knitting from Roxanne Richardson. But if you do it on a double-pointed needle or a circular needle, rather than have to make like a massive chunk of knitting, you can just sort of like
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14.
Leave a little loop.
1, 2.
Yes, it means that I've got all these like yarn loops that you have to keep managing on your swatch, but you get a more accurate result because I know my gauge in the round is definitely different to my
same
flat gauge.
I also think, but I never do
I'm
it.
a continental purler, don't you know? Not that I'm bragging or anything. The second row's gone a bit easier, so I was worried about this being very white. I seem to remember when it first arrived, but it seems to be.
Oh yeah, this yarn is
okay
just
so far.
Playing on my nerves
nice.
this night.
It's not hurting my finger.
I'm not even gonna finish anything at this rate.
I found a tape measure. So.
Okay, I'm just gonna break it,
20 stitches,
throw it away, and like move on.
To measure this.
Бомба! 2500 квадратных метров в новом формате. Грандиозное открытие, грандиозные скидки. 19-го. Синуке, фитопрепарат German, combativa sinusite.
This is torture for me.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, 10 is bang on 5. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
Another
19.
knot. Are you kidding me?
Have I just stretched it too far? Possibly. And it is, my cast on edge, I don't know if you can see that, is definitely warping it. So I think it's close enough. I didn't want to do more than this because unpicking this is not an option, this sort of yarn. I didn't want to use too much of my kind of leeway in terms of yardage on a swatch in case, because if something goes wrong I am just going to have to cut it out and start again probably. But yeah, 4 mil seemed fine, so yay.
So she's making a really thin sweater only out of this cloudy yarn which is called mohair combined with silk. Let's see.
Because I wore my, oh goodness knows what it's called, from the Shetland Trader. I finished it about a year ago. And it's in Shetland yarn, and I wore that yesterday for the first time in a long time.
So hidden URID is normal in Germany and most of Europe and countries. The wool seems to have a bad quality.
At all, so
yeah, it
I might
happens.
try soaking it in some of the things that's supposed to help, like vinegar and fabric softener and all those sorts of things. But for now, it's a outerwear garment only, long sleeves worn underneath. Don't really know what I'm going to do now. It's about 5:30 or something, so might get the iPad and start looking at things or just watching something, doing a little bit of crochet and a little bit on my hexie puff, because I don't think I want to be casting on like 200 plus stitches in the round in mohair at this point in my life. I think one of the things that
look at this beautiful color.
Rationing journey is teaching me.
Look at that.
Is that if I want pieces in my wardrobe, handmade pieces in my wardrobe that I'm going to wear and love, then I need to buy expensive yarn. There are some instances where I don't care. But like the feel.
Look at that color.
It's just extraordinary. And so if I am going to be buying less stuff, if I am going to be using less stuff, and a lot of the stuff in my stash is stuff I bought. I only really started knitting as a hobby again in 2018, so I've not been knitting that long, and a lot of the stuff in my stash is stuff I've bought as almost a beginner knitter, and I've become a yarn snob basically in my old age. Well, it's not even so much snobbery, it's that in the same way that in my sewing, I don't want to wear cheap, nasty polyester clothes. I don't want to be working with polyester. I don't want to be working with craft cotton. And I don't want to be working with, I don't know what else, old bed sheets, I guess. Now when it comes to my knitting, I don't want to be working with cheap, scratchy yarn. Even if it's real wool, it is starting to itch a little bit, but it still feels quite soft, so that's good. So I'm staying with my partner, Woody, for a little bit. And I'm still trying to find angles in his house which have nice natural light, but don't show
Good
too
luck
much
with
of
that.
mess. Because it's one thing like showing your own mess on the internet, but showing somebody else's is a little shady. Is that what I mean? Anyway, I thought I'd show you before I carry on because I've made quite good progress on the dog coat. So
Let's
it
see.
looks so blue on camera. It's not that blue. So I
Wow.
provided for the arms. So this is
Such a beautiful
of the dog down
shade
here.
of
So
color.
this is the front legs that these holes are for, and I made them slightly bigger, this gap, and that's partly because the animal shelter, that's one of the things they asked for. They had like a list of requirements that they wanted from their coats, and they were like nice big leg openings.
Wait, she's making a coat for the animal shelter?
One extra stitch, so it's a bit bigger. And I mean, like, I'm going to cast on the same amount again. That should
Oh my
fit.
god, I should do the
It should fit.
same.
So I've got to join these all back up now by casting on over the gaps and knitting. And I think there's some more shaping, and then I need to collar, and I'm going to have to modify the collar, but I am still really struggling. And admittedly, I didn't sleep brilliantly today, so that's part of it. But like, I know they talk about the October slide, but like, September for me has been infinitely worse for the past couple of years. So maybe I'm just going to have to rebrand it the September slide. What else? Fucking hell. So the reason why I'm probably going to have to leave the collar for another day is because, like I said, I'm going to have to modify it, and I don't think I have the brain power for that. In our discussion about knitting pattern and crochet pattern readability, one of the things a lot of people said they did was they copied and pasted it into a Word document, and I have done that for this pattern because it came free off of somebody's website. You could pay to download the PDF ad-free version, which I mean I could have done, but money is tight for me, so instead I copied and pasted it all and deleted all the adverts and all the bits, and there's multi-sizes, so I deleted all the numbers that weren't for the largest size and all that sort of thing. So I have my own Word document typed out.
That sounds good.
Text, white background.
For the doggy jacket. Wow, so much effort for the doggy
I
jacket.
don't know how I'm going to
Instead of knitting the doggy jacket.
those instructions for the collar and modify it. I'm sure I'll figure it out. It's just not a problem for today.
Just like make it rectangular, I guess.
Finish the subtitles on my
Again, you guys, she's a perfectionist.
episode 3. So I'm not doing them by month anymore. I'm doing them when they're ready.
I made, I think, 3 coats for my dog, and they're all not perfect, but he still wears it. Good night, Peter. Good night. Feel better.
Because the pressure of doing a monthly was a bit much for me. So this is episode 3. It will have gone to Ko-fi members already, and I'm just given like the first few weeks in September I've had. I'm just so pleased I got it done. And I've already pre-filmed Claude Tries New Things for this month as well. So I've just got to do all the gubbins.
I'm telling you, she's a perfectionist. Look at how many things she has to do.
Again, those are not tasks for today. Again, those are not tasks for today. Let's finish this, or as much as we can.
I'm telling you, she's a perfectionist. I would have finished that doggy jacket and make it barely decent and felt really happy for completing it. I'm a completionist. She's a perfectionist.
My AliExpress buttons.
Look at that lipstick.
They're
Oh, sorry. What am I doing?
are here. They're okay. They're a bit of a warm gunmetal brown compared to Moan. See what I mean?
Very cute.
It's not quite the right shade of grey.
But then what
But I
was the
think
point of
because the green,
buying
it sort of
them?
works.
Okay, it works. Okay.
And I think the rounded domey shape really goes with the dots pattern. My only
Okay.
concern is I bought 1.5 mil. They just fit through the buttonholes. Okay. Some of them are snugger than others.
Barely.
Yeah. The quality isn't great.
I'm guessing as a perfectionist, she will
I'm
buy
being more
others.
picky about the quality because I know it came off AliExpress, and if they'd come off Amazon, would I not even have bothered to look? Oh, they'll do, right?
Okay.
Now,
Let's
I don't
see.
think they're the sort of buttons I can sew on with yarn. They're shank buttons, but I don't think the shank
Look at that lipstick. Very pretty.
is going to be in focus. There we go. Don't think that hole is big enough for me to sew it on with yarn, so I think I'm going to have to use thread. Which is fine, but I still don't know what I'm going to do about the reinforcement, because it's definitely going to need it. Do I sew the buttons on first and then do the reinforcement? Really, I should reinforce the other side as well, because that is also ribbed and is also going to pull.
How do you reinforce?
That. And I don't have any grosgrain this wide. Typical. Okay, well, that one's on hold for now then, isn't it? Let's order some grosgrain.
What is
here we
grosgrain?
have the finished dog coat. So I've seamed it up. I tried it on Sagan before I seamed it up, so I have no idea whether it will fit in now, but it's very stretchy, so I think it will. And I just wanted to show here, what I ended up doing was I knit to here flat. So I joined here in the round so that I could do some short row shaping, because
So beautiful. I mean, look at that sweater.
That, like, you see how now it curls up because there's extra length here. And it looked like it was going to need that quite desperately on Sagan. So
I mean, I don't know.
Like this that falls back, and that seems to be what the dog rescue asked for in their video. But they modelled that on a much smaller dog. So like if you imagine, like, the dog's ears were sort of almost there, whereas there's a lot more neck on a big dog. So I don't know how far this will actually go. So it might be that we don't need to turn it back.
Cutie.
I will, at some point, get Sagan to model it and put the footage in here. But yeah, I'm really pleased with it. It was a really fun little project. Like I say, it's very stretchy, but like the pattern said this was the largest size, and I don't know if you've seen a picture of Sagan or if you're familiar with Vizslas. They have quite a broad
That's
chest,
her
and they're very
puppy.
skinny after the ribs. If you've got a more round dog, maybe like a Labrador, with a sort of tummy or like a broad rear end, this would not go anywhere
Rear
near
end.
this pattern in terms of the large. So I'm going to bear that in mind when I look for patterns for the knit along, because this was one of the ones that actually included sizes for larger dogs. A lot of them didn't. They were sort of like Chihuahua size and that was it, or maybe like French Bulldog size at the biggest. So I might be writing my own, who knows? The only thing I don't really like about this is that there's no edging on these openings, and I can, because if you've got a dog with long legs, to get the leg in through there can be quite difficult, and so you have to really stretch it. So I think that's incredibly deliberate, but I am worried.
So
that
guys,
whilst I was just going to rip.
Hold on. While I was listening to Retro Claude, I finished the row, you guys. I'm thinking I only have this much yarn. Should I start another row? And the answer is yes. I want to have as many rows as possible, and usually I make 2 rows per color. Except for this one, I only had enough rows for 3. But white, I think I have 2 or 3 skeins more in that bag. It's just that I'm lazy right now, but I am gonna.
With no reinforcement. Anyway.
Do it.
This is how much of the blue yarn I have left. So shall we get the scales? Somebody, I can tell you who, Mad Luna, sent me a super thanks on my last video pointing out to me that I have been doing my stash busting calculations wrong since I reset the total. So I was at 125, oh hang on, I was at 100.25 50-gram balls of wool. I bought 19 and a half, so which should have taken me up to 119.75. I used 7.25 for the 1940s waistcoat, and then I used 9.25 for Moan last video. So if we add, they think I should be at 105.18, but I think that must be a typo because that doesn't add up. So 103.25. We are so
that's
close to
not
getting
so
under 100.
bad.
That this dog coat, it will have to have used like 160 grams of wool. Is that right? 162.5 grams of wool. Now, there
It's
was
not
originally
gonna.
500 grams of this blue stuff. Let me angle you down so you can see what I'm on about. Of this blue stuff. Let me angle you down so you can see what I'm on about. Okay. There's 171 left, including the cone. 329. That's 6.58. Let's call it 6.5. Is that right? Have I just lost
Everything or
a
just the
thingamabobby of wool? I
socks?
can't believe it. Really, I need something to put this in because it doesn't want to fit on this scale. Have I lost one of these? Oh, of course, because there's still some left in the jumper, isn't there? That's why that doesn't add up. So, no, that's not going to work. I need something with higher sides. Ah! This is infuriating. So I found this. This is like a wine cooler thing. 189. Does that mean we've still done it? 3.75.
I have no idea what that is.
Oh my god. Okay. So minus 3.75. 99. 99.5. We did it. Look at this terrible angle. This terrible lighting. What a way to celebrate. Oh my god. I really hope I'm right. And what's more, I've even made a few hexie puffs. Annoyingly, I didn't weigh this. And it was over 188. So even if I'm a bit out, that's roughly another half. That's gone from here. Not quite half, but how long have we been doing this? How long? A really long time. A really long time. What a better way to celebrate than with some cute dog footage.
Let's
Thanks
see.
for watching. See you next time.
See you, Retro. Oh my god.
Do you like your coat?
I already started hating the guy for not allowing his name. Come on. At least his name. I mean, Joe can be anyone. But to tell your partner not to reveal your name because you're hiding.
That just looks really crooked. Oh no, I hit a button. Oh no. Okay, we're gonna. No, too much. We're gonna go with that.
So this is another girl. But I propose we stop the film, the videos on YouTube, and I propose I focus on a few more stitches before I go to do some chores around the flat. I'm really thirsty for some reason. I had all this coffee today, and as I said, I started feeling sick. And as a side effect of drinking too much coffee, I am so thirsty in the evening. It's crazy. It's like I'm a maniac. It's like I haven't had water in a week or something like that. And I know that some people might say that this is one of the symptoms of diabetes. Guys, I've tested my blood multiple times, and there's nothing out of the ordinary in the glucose department. There is a test I can take, a blood test, which would test for, how's it called, sensitivity to insulin and sensitivity to glucose. And I asked my doctor, do you think it's worth for me to go and do that test? And my doctor said, no, you don't fit with all the other criterias. You don't need that. So I'm just going to trust her for now. But I think because I have another appointment to make more blood tests, I think I might request that test as well. Since I'm doing all these tests in a private clinic, I mean, if I'm paying, they should test my blood against the glucose and insulin resistance because I'm paying them and I'm telling them what to test for. So I'm confident they're gonna allow me to do it. But since the glycerin, wait, not the glycerin, the glucose level and the glycemia level was tested, 3 glycemia levels were tested, a lot of things, even sugar levels. So nothing to worry about, but I would like to do that specialized test because I read that the level of glucose or insulin resistance or sensitivity is not seen immediately very clearly, and that's why I want to do the specialized test. We'll see. We shall see. We shall see. Okay, you guys, I've been blabbing way too much. And by the way, I saw today handmade with Kalila Kaye. I don't remember exactly. She's a girl and she had a t-shirt, professional yapper, and I lost my mind. I was laughing like a maniac for half an hour because that's me, professional yapper right here. So I want to get me a t-shirt that says professional yapper, casual knitter. Get it? Because I talk all the time, even as a profession and even in my free time, and I casually knit and crochet. Anyways, if you get it, give this video a thumbs up or double tap the screen. Let me know if you also like to crochet, if you know about this crochet stitch pattern, and I will see you tomorrow because my challenge was to post every single day. So I made it on Friday, and that is absolutely incredible. I will continue posting tomorrow and the day after tomorrow. So I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye. Bye bye. Peter, good night. Good night, everybody. Hold on. Good night, Peter. Good night, Angel. Sharma. Good night. Kot Basilio. Good night, dear. Good night. So, Millie. Good night to you all. And happy crochet. Hold on. Yes, that's it. Bye bye.